I'm James O'Keefe.
James. And you want to pass it for? Gary. Yeah.
Well, we're with the Irish Heritage Society. I'm a personal advisor to James and Madison King. And basically, they have had some unpleasant, uncomfortable experiences at some of the dining halls. And it's basically, if you want.
Well, like Greg said, we're with the Irish Heritage Foundation, so National University, but basically wanted to bring the matter to your concern that we noticed that this promotes negative stereotypes of Irish Americans, and we don't think it's acceptable in an academic setting, especially one of higher learning. And we brought a lot of box for you to look at here, and there's what appears to be an Irish American on the front cover, and he's portrayed as a little green cladded gnome, a huckster, and we think this undermines the importance and severity of St. Patrick's Day, especially during the month of March. So basically what we're trying to do is appeal to...
So, can you tell me that again? You feel he's portrayed as a...
I think he's portrayed as a little green, cladded gnome, and this is really, as you can see, we're not all short. I mean, we have our differences of height, and we think it's stereotypical of all Irish Americans, and we're really proud of our ancestry, but because of our history and what has happened to us, we think this undermines and it's offensive, and it shouldn't belong here.
Rutgers banned Lucky Charms.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them all, yeah, gotta break them all.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Primetime with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and we have such a special evening in store for you. We have the legend himself, the guy, he founder of Project Veritas, the founder of OMG Media, the guy that is just a badass at being undercover and exposing the deep state. Personal friend of mine. We welcome on the one, the only, James O'Keefe. James, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for being here.
Great to be with you. Throwback Lucky Charms, protect big booty Latinas.
We got to protect big booty Latinas. I can't even talk. Is it hot in here? Did they turn on the AC, Jimmy? Did my producer turn on the AC? Because I'm sweating bullets, and I don't know if it's because I'm worried that you might undercover sting me. I hope you don't expose me, but we have a lot to talk about. James, I'm similar to you. I love a good troll. I love humor. You have a great sense of humor. What the hell was this about? You as an Irish man, you were offended by Lucky Charms. Can you give us, the play-by-play of what
That was actually the first video, really undercover video I ever did. That was at Rutgers. I was 18, 19 years old, and I brought a box of Lucky Charms, and the campus said you're not allowed to offend people. You know, I could have these speech codes on campuses,
Yeah.
so I just used it against them. And they were put in a really bad spot because they either ban Lucky Charms or they don't take my racial complaint seriously.
Yeah, but see, this is what I get pissed off. I love Lucky Charms, you know what I mean? And so now I'm going to go to the damn mess hall and I can't eat Lucky Charms. Were the students mad at you?
They were so mad.
That's what I'm saying. They would be actually mad.
They were very angry. In fact, the next week I was in the dining hall and someone took a bowl of Charms and threw it at me and then said, "You effing Mick," which is like totally an Irish slur.
Yeah, it's like the N-word.
And also a U.S. attorney, when I was arrested in 2010, again in New Orleans, he called me a nasty spud, which is potato.
Oh, yeah,
So
and
I've
the
been-
potato famine. This is
potato,
that's like the Holocaust,
listen,
the potato Holocaust.
My great, I can't remember how many greats, but way back when, the Irish were persecuted. And in New York, they said, if you're Irish, you need not apply, okay?
Yeah.
So we have been through some things. So we demanded reparations as an Irish American. By the way, we're not all short.
Mm-hmm.
We have our differences of height.
Well, when we saw Conor
Okay.
McGregor, some of you guys had big hogs, you know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not 4 foot 10-inch green cladded gnome.
No, you're not.
So I'm 6 foot, 6'1". So it's like, that was wrong. So the first thing I did was I attempted to ban the Charms. I was successful. The dean said we're going to remove it, and the students got pissed.
Yeah.
That was 20 years ago.
And they still talk about it at Rutgers today. Is that correct?
They still talk about it. In fact, one of my call to actions is you could ban all this cereal. I mean, now is it even ironic anymore? It was funny before, but I mean, you could ban Fruit Loops.
Yeah,
You could-
because it's gay or, you know,
it's gay.
anti-gay. But it's funny you say that because you were doing this and literally they banned everything. Aunt Jemima, all this
Right,
stuff.
so it's not really ironic anymore.
Yeah.
Like, so, but I still tell like Charlie Kirk's group, like, hey kids, go into your dean's office with a hidden camera. Now, this is before the iPhone. This is before YouTube. This is 2004.
Okay.
So it's like we had to use a Kodak digital camera, put tape over the blinking light. This is the first undercover video I ever did, actually.
That's crazy that you're able to just set up that camera right there and they didn't even notice it.
I was struggling not to laugh, especially when I was like, it appears to be a little gnome on the front cover. And I was like, we were all laughing. So we had to turn the laugh into a nervous cry. Like, this is really hard on me. So this, you know, there's some theater that goes into this.
For sure, and you have to get used to the awkward moments, especially confronting people. I mean, you're so famous for going and getting these people's faces.
And you do too.
Well, I do too, but not to the level that you do, James. I mean, I'm not here to kiss your derriere, but I mean, you do it at a much higher level, much higher stakes. I'm just calling out, you know, Eric Swalwell for sleeping with a Chinese spy. You're actually bringing, you know, I'm saying, hey, you know, you're doing dirty stuff with the spy. You're actually showing evidence. You're bringing proof. You know, you really have them, you know, in the crosshairs. I'm just kind of, you know, messing with them a little bit. It's what you do is much more surgical.
Well, we do a story every week at OMG, so we're here to talk about some of those. Big pharma, FBI agents behaving badly, just you name it, we've done it.
You covered all, but real quick, you know, the viral story, and before we get into OMG and all of your incredible, you know, journalistic successes, I want to talk about, have you seen this, the Coldplay Cheaters? The CEO of Astronomer is going viral for getting caught at a concert with his HR rep. Now, this is kind of, I would say it's actually one-sided. It's all hate towards the guy, but I think that this kind of, it illuminates a bigger problem in society where, you know, people are just kind of treating each other poorly. And so what do you think about this story? Why is it resonating so much with the public?
You know, it's kind of related to what I do in the sense that are we talking about the concert where they
Let's play it. Yeah,
Let's
we
just
can
watch
yeah,
it, and then I'll comment on it.
Oh, look at these two.
Can they hear me while we're watching this?
Yeah, they wish. That guy's...
No, I mean, can the audience?
Yeah, the audience, yeah, they can hear us, yeah.
Okay, so she's turning around in shame.
So they immediately turned around. I mean, you could tell they were caught. I mean, the hand is in the cookie jar immediately.
And the guy, do we have the guy, the boyfriend, or?
Yeah, that's him. So that's the CEO, astronomer. Okay.
Play it? He's an astronomer?
No, well, his company's called Astronomer.
Okay.
It's a data processing company.
But let's see his reaction. Go back to when he does the thing he does. Play it.
Look at these two. All right.
He's in shame. He has to cower. Okay, that's it. That's all I need to see. So it's almost like it's actually quite overlapping with what we're about to show you and talk about today, because it's like the mirror is held up to them.
Yeah.
And now, you know, if you're having an affair, I don't know what you think. Does the public have like a right to know this? Is this something that's newsworthy, you know, in society?
Well, no. Listen, I agree. Like, I don't want people's personal business, but this guy did go to the event, like a public event, right? So, I mean, he kind of did.
Did he wear a disguise? At least
he should have.
Make an attempt, you know.
I mean, James, you put on one pair of glasses, and people that even know who you are don't know who you are. It's insane. It's like
that's a whole other psychological thing. But I think that it really is, people don't like the mirror. They don't like seeing the reality. And what they're doing right there is very similar to what they do in the videos that we do, busting Johnson & Johnson, or busting the Pentagon guy or the FBI. Is that them right there?
That's him, and that is the CEO. And now, Jimmy, is our guest ready?
Yes.
Okay, now I want to bring up our next guest. He's the Chief Strategy Officer. His name is Paul Keeble at Ashley Madison. Now, Ashley Madison, Paul, welcome to the show. Ashley Madison is a site that helps people find partners to have a extramarital affair with. Is that a correct description?
I think that's pretty accurate. Our tagline is, life is short, have an affair.
Life is short, have an affair.
And so you reached out to us, and this story is going viral. What could he have done different, in your opinion, Paul, that would have not gotten him caught?
So there's a couple things here, you know, that I think people are not necessarily, you know, seeing the full picture. First, we actually don't know fully if they're having an affair like they're being accused of. Obviously, they don't want to be seen in a public setting, given the way they reacted. But what you don't know is what are the conversations they've had with their spouses prior to this. So they may be in a don't ask, don't tell. They might be in some type of open relationship. We don't know. So to suggest that it's clearly an affair is a bit of a leap too far right now. But what I would say is, at Ashley Madison, we believe that office affairs are not safe for work. Because if in fact they are married and having what we consider a traditional affair, the likelihood of both now losing their job is pretty high, because we've seen this happen quite recently at a number of companies, including the CEOs of Intel, the CEOs of McDonald's, for having what are consensual affairs. And that's why our business exists, so that you can come and have a discreet affair and be, undiscovered.
And Paul, we talk about your business. Like, do you have no shame? I mean, having a website that helps people cheat on their spouse, I mean, isn't that morally repugnant? I mean, how do you have a website like that? You work there seriously, tell your friends, hey, I work at a website. We help people cheat on their wives, break up their families, cause divorce. I mean, how do you do that every day? How do you go into work and do that, knowing that that is on your conscience every single morning?
Well, every single day, if we don't exist, things like this event are going to happen more and more, because our core competition is not another dating site. It's the office space, because that's where we spend so much of our time. And so what we're trying to do.
Wait, Paul, time out. You're telling me
the workplace.
Wait, you're saying if your website didn't exist, people would cheat anyway. So even though your website facilitates cheating at a level that is much easier than most people, somehow that is morally okay? I'm just confused on, where are your moral standards? I mean, don't you feel like ever guilty? You hear about these leaks, your website getting hacked, you're using like Indian programmers that don't know how to code stuff. You have Hunter Biden getting leaked, his information. Y'all can't even do anything with that. Hunter Biden threatens to sue you guys. What is it, Josh Duggar? Like, you guys don't even know how to code at your website. Why would anybody trust you with having an extramarital affair? I mean, that seems very dumb if you're asking me.
Well, I don't think too many people are asking you whether or not they should join Ashley Madison, but what I'll tell you, we've had more than 60 million people join since the events you're talking about that happened a little over a decade ago. So we've clearly learned from the mistakes we've made in the past. But what I was trying to tell you is that, simply put, our business doesn't make people have affairs. I can't convince happily married people to have affairs. What I can do is help people avoid the very situation that's brought me to your show tonight. Having an affair in the office space is just a recipe for disaster. We've built our business on the whole idea of discretion, so that like-minded people can connect and have, ironically, a more honest conversation about the nature of what they're interested in.
But Paul, this is where I'm confused. Having an affair is bad. So you're trying to placate it like having an affair is a good thing. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. I mean this honestly. Anybody that says they have an affair, that is has a negative connotation. So now you're turning a word, affair, and you're giving it a positive spin. For me, that seems inconceivable to even think that you could do that and not even feel bad about it.
Well, listen, I totally understand your reaction to this. I mean, we live in a world, particularly in Western culture, where a lot of dogmas come from, religion, particularly Christianity, where adultery is the only sin mentioned twice in the Ten Commandments. So I understand that a lot of people's morals suggest that this is a negative activity. Yet, interestingly enough, around the world, across every religion, every economic status, every culture, infidelity happens. I mean, reality is we're one of the only true global dating websites out there because of the nature of what we help facilitate. And from a moral perspective, I'm not making people do these actions. I'm helping people connect in a way that is more discreet, so they can avoid the public spectacle that these two people unfortunately have been thrown into at the Coldplay concert.
Well, I think it's absolutely terrible. I think Ashley Madison really needs to shut down. I mean, the fact that you're helping poor women out there get cheated on, I mean, it makes me sick. Are you
hold on.
Are you a homosexual, though, Paul?
Women are participating in this as much as men are?
Maybe. I mean, women are whores these days. But Paul, are you a homosexual or are you straight?
I am straight.
I could have fooled me. But I'm just saying, and do you cheat on your wife? Do you cheat on your wife?
Interesting slur, but go ahead.
Do you cheat on your wife, Paul?
I'm not married.
Would you cheat on your wife?
But I was married for, faithfully for 20 years. I was with my partner. And
you got divorced?
I never cheated once.
Did you get divorced?
Yeah.
Why did you get divorced? Because you cheated or she cheated?
Oh, no, because we had a wonderful, beautiful marriage, and that chapter of my life is over. And
well, wasn't that beautiful? It was not, Paul, it's not that beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
The divorce court was beautiful. Going to divorce court was beautiful.
We never had to go to divorce court. I live in Canada, so our rules are a little bit separate than how
writing a check to a divorce attorney is beautiful. I don't think that's ever beautiful. Writing that, I mean, that's not
we never
art.
had attorneys.
Okay. Well, listen, Paul, I think you're a crazy son of a bee, and I love you for coming on this show, but I think your website is repulsive, and I'm a repulsive person, so me saying that really, it just shows you how repugnant your website really is. And I feel like couples should not go out there and cheat on each other, and I really hope people don't sign up for Ashley Madison. James, is there anything you want to say to Paul?
I just want to partner with you to put hidden cameras on some of these things.
Yes, okay, that's how you. Can we get a backdoor?
I want to be friends with you.
Because we can find some of the Indian hackers that made his code, and we can hack into his website very easily.
Let's talk offline.
All right, Paul. We love you, Paul. Thank you for coming on. Have a good day. Nobody join that website. Yeah, we don't love you. All right, kick him off the show. That
Thanks, gentlemen.
Bye. That guy is a freak. I mean, can you believe that guy going around trying to get people to cheat on their husbands and wives? I think that's horrible.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to know who some of those people are.
Yeah, well, he can tell you. We'll get you connected.
Government,
Well, we got the email. Oh, and then I guess you want to show the email real quick. The only reason we even had this, jabroni on, and no disrespect, Paul, they sent an email to me today. It said, hey, I have 2 sources you could add to your recent coverage of CEO Andy Byron, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like,
email?
I don't even know. I think we hid their information. We don't dox them. But
it's tipster.
It's a tipster, but no, not a tipster. It's a public relations person trying to get him on the show. I'm like, if this guy wants to come on.
They wanted to get on your show?
Yes! I said, you want to come on my show? Well, then I'm going to give you the Ashley Madison, Alex Stein, Pip on a Blimp treatment. I mean, it's no disrespect, but yeah, he asked to come on.
He's trying to get earned media for his website.
Yes, he's trying to get clicks. So do not go on AshleyMadison.com. Cheating is not good.
So he's the chief strategy officer.
Yes, he is an important guy there. So
I guess you have some fans there, Alex.
Did I lose some fans or make some fans? What do you think?
I don't know. You just have some fans there.
I got some fans. I got a lot of fans, but not as many as you. Now, James, let's get back into what you are doing. It is absolutely incredible, some of the work you do and how you put your life on the line. And it even is in the title of your own podcast. So can you tell us real quick, before we get into all the great work you're doing with OMG, tell us about your new podcast.
It's the Price is My Life podcast. This was like a year ago. I gave a speech in New York, and I talked about, if your price is not your life, if you're willing to compromise on your values, then you are for sale. And people were blown away by this line of thinking. And so I decided, you know what, let me make this the motto of my foundation, and let me make a show. And once a week I have guests on. I had Laura Logan on, her.
Of course, incredible.
60 Minutes correspondent who was a horrible thing, gang raped in Egypt, and she went through hell with the Benghazi. I've had Marla Maples, who's been offered book deals to betray her ex-husband, Donald Trump. I've had on the guy who climbs up skyscrapers, Mason DeChamp. I've had on...
Mason's awesome. He's
incredible.
Pro-life Spider-Man. He goes up these Bank of America buildings.
Insane.
It's insane.
And these are like good people. And I've had Anthony Rubin on, the guy who rode the train of death with me in Mexico. And Alex, I think you're going to come on. We're going to talk about your experience. I mean, I know you're a funny dude. I can be funny too, but I want to talk to you about, like, you actually go into evil and confront these people, and you have paid a price for it sometimes.
I have, and I have been assaulted, and I have been hurt. And even just, bringing my girlfriend, bringing, my crew, they've gotten hurt. So it's a very dangerous situation. But I want to get into that, and I want to dive deep into the Epstein files. But before we got to pay the bills, guys, are you being lied to? Wall Street tells you that the only way to retire is to pour your savings into a 401k or IRA and hope for the best. But if that's true, why do studies show the average American will outlive their savings by 10 years? Even the inventor of the 401k says it's a monster that should never have existed. It's time to get the truth and discover a better way. Bank on Yourself is a proven retirement alternative that banks and Wall Street don't want you to know about. Your money is guaranteed to grow. Even when markets fall, your principal and growth are locked in. You'll know your tax rate in retirement, 0. Under current law, you're in full control, guys. No government penalties, no restrictions, and your money keeps growing even when you use it. With built-in inflation protection, your savings grow by a larger dollar amount every year. You can get a free report that reveals how you can bank on yourself and enjoy tax-free retirement income, guaranteed growth, and control of your money. Just go to bankonyourself.com/Alex and get your free report today. That's bankonyourself.com/Alex. All right, James, this is the biggest story in the news. Everybody's talking about it. It's caused Donald Trump a lot of problems. The Epstein files. Now, I want to get, I know you're a journalist. You don't like to be too opinionated.
I try not to be.
And I appreciate that, because I like that you try to actually
just keep it to the facts. There's a lot of facts I can share, but continue.
Well, I'm saying I like that you stay unbiased, unlike everybody else in the media that's, so full of crap. But I want to show my computer. Let's watch a little bit of this, of James's...
this is the Bondi story we did?
Yeah.
Was at the White House and disclosed what she represented as brand new information in relation to Jeffrey Epstein. The existence of tens of thousands of videos featuring little children.
There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn.
Now, this is the first time an official has publicly acknowledged that videos of Epstein and his victims exist. What you may not know is just 9 days prior, the Attorney General had a very similar conversation with a total stranger in a restaurant.
Do you know when the Epstein files are
Total
gonna get released?
stranger.
We hope soon. The FBI's been.
Okay.
So-
Any dates?
No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands of videos.
Yeah.
And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through every one.
In the past, officials have spoken about the, quote, mountain of evidence in the Epstein case, but they've never, previous to that moment, acknowledged on the existence of videos of, quote, little kids. Just a few days later, at 2 p.m. on May 1st, our reporter sent the AG's office the text of the recording. We asked why this detail had not been disclosed to the public, but was instead being told to a random stranger at a restaurant. The Attorney General used almost the exact same language as she did with the stranger in the restaurant, language that we shared with her press office.
There are tons and thousands of videos.
Yeah.
And it's all with little kids.
There are tens of thousands of videos of
pretty
Epstein
much the
with
extent of it.
Yeah.
children
Well,
or child
So
porn.
yeah, the question,
well,
so many questions.
But real quick, though, why this is so important, James, and that's going so viral, is now the story. Just in May 7th, we're saying thousands of images, and now it's a Barack Obama, Joe Biden hoax. So what is it, James?
Well, the question, before we get to what it is, I think the question there is, why is the Attorney General sharing this information with a self-described nanny in a restaurant 9 days prior to doing that?
And she says thousands of images when this is off-the-record conversation, so she's being honest. She would have no reason to lie.
Place. It's not like we recorded in a bedroom. This was not, I did not set out to do this. This was provided to me, and it was a tough decision for me to publish this story. People even thought I was going after the Trump administration.
Yeah, time out.
That's
See,
not
time
my
out.
intent.
I had to cut you off. People don't realize is that you just being honest, and even if that does cause Trump a little bit of backlash, this is the good. This is why we're different than the left. Is that we should hold our politicians accountable. So what you're doing is very heroic. And once again, I'm not trying to kiss
the
your
question
derriere.
I asked myself is, what would I be if I sat on that?
Yeah, you'd be a coward.
I'd be not a journalist. I don't know what I would be. I think that everyone, even the MAGA people, would probably be not happy with me if that were the case. But Alex, I mean, there's so much to say. This has gotten to a point where I tweeted out this week that either there is no there's not much there to what we want there to be, or it could bring down the whole government or something like that.
Well, you as a guy that gets leaks all the time, what do you think what would it take to even satisfy the MAGA influencers that are mad?
To be fair, I don't think that a lot of these people will be satisfied no matter what it is. I think it's like complicated because it may not be what people want it to be. But there's definitely more there to the story.
Well, real quick, you know what I think is going to happen? I've been thinking this, and I haven't said this that publicly, but what I think is going to happen is that, and it's sadly going to happen probably when you and I are 70, because we're about the same age, after Bill Clinton dies, after these people die, it's like Jimmy Savile. We will get this information, but it's not going to happen in Trump's lifetime. It's not anybody that's name is on that list. It's going to happen posthumously after they die.
That's interesting. I don't know if I agree on that. I
could be wrong. I'm wrong
all the
time.
I think that, like, for example, I was telling the other show I was on today that people come to me and they give me images from Epstein's Island. I got the images inside the temple, inside the bedroom. I got the names on his phone. But you're telling me that none of those people on the phone, I printed the images. They came to me. People in the government came to me because they didn't know what place to go. Yeah. That none of those guys that were working with them did anything wrong. Not accessory before the fact, accessory after the fact, criminal conspiracy. And Alex, you know the FBI raided me.
Of course.
And they redacted every, I don't know if your producers have that, literally every word of the probable cause about why they raided me was redacted. So I think what the Department of Justice should do is simply remove the redactions from a lot of the affidavits.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to the transparency of this, James, I know you're not as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as me, but I'm a big 9/11 truther. I think it's very crazy that we're able to find the passports. But whether you believe the conspiracy of 9/11 or not, whether you can believe any conspiracy or not, what is the truth is that in the 9/11 Commission report, there's 28 pages that are redacted, and we don't know if that's Saudi Arabia's involvement. We don't know whose involvement. My point is, when they redact something, they never unredact it. I don't know of anything, and I'm sure there's one example of them unredacting something, but it feels like it gets redacted for a reason. It gets redacted forever. So I agree with you, but is that a real possibility we're going to get something unredacted?
No, the only way to do it is, I mean, I'm suing the Department of Justice in my case because they dropped the case against me, but I want to know what's behind those black lines. But I think these institutions exist to preserve themselves. They're not interested in helping. People think people in D.C. are out to help society and make the world a better place. No, 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 no.
Self-preservation.
It's all about protecting the institution. So let me make this less abstract. If the FBI is interested in protecting their sources and methods, they will never be transparent because it stands against everything they stand for. So in my case, I may have had confidential FBI informants, for example, at Project Veritas, and those people tried to take me out. In fact, they were a little successful for the time being. I started over. But I want to know who those people are because I think the public has a right to know what that is. But it's not going to be an institution that gives that information. It's going to be brave people within the institution that step out of line. That's where we are in American society.
No, that's exactly right. It's like being civilly disobedient and actually, lack of a better word, you have so many of these whistleblowers, and it does ruin your life. It can make your life better. But I'm saying when you make a decision to go after your boss,
tough.
it's very tough.
It's very
guys.
tough. And I don't want to promise you, oh, you're gonna be okay. I think you might be okay in a spiritual sense. It might suck in a physical sense.
And
you
financially,
might lose your pension, and that's its own type of psychological violence because it's directed at your children.
Yeah.
You can't feed your family. So this is not easy stuff. But I do believe, Alex, let me be optimistic. I do believe the truth will come out sooner than you think.
Okay, good. That's what I'm hoping for. And I just, like I said, I love Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump. I think we can critique Donald Trump sometimes. Donald Trump's not infallible. He's not perfect, believe it or not. I know some people think he is. But, I think Pam Bondi needs to be held accountable. And she changed her tune. You have her on,
Why are these guys talking about the children stuff to strangers?
It's weird.
And the FBI? And the attorney, you should be honest immediately with the public. If you're going to say this to some rando in a coffee shop, you gotta be transparent. I'm not even asking them to be more transparent. I'm just asking them to be consistent with what they do.
Yeah.
In coffee shops and restaurants. Tell the American people what you tell the random people. That's what was so crazy about that story. And Alex, we reached out for comment, and then they go to the White House and say the thing that we sent them in the email. It's just.
Is that true? Did Caroline Levitt read what you said?
It wasn't Caroline. It was one of the guys at DOJ. I forgot his name, but the spokesperson for Bondi at DOJ.
Well, and James, we're about to have a very special caller, the one, the only Joe Exotic's about to call, and we're going to speak to him for a minute because we want to try to get him released. I don't know. Are you familiar with the Tiger King?
I'm vaguely familiar.
Vaguely. Joe Exotic, he was during the pandemic. He's going to be calling in over the phone.
Tiger King's calling
He's in federal prison, yes. He calls in.
He's calling in from prison?
From prison, you'll hear.
I didn't know that was technically possible.
And I'm actually about to go visit him in prison, so we're just going to have a short conversation.
We should visit Maxwell.
I would love. Can we go get Ghislaine Maxwell? Because now Trump says it's all some fake lie.
Well, I'd like to talk to Maxwell in the prison. Maybe we can talk to her, Alex. Go to the SDNY prison.
Well, let's do it. But if it's all a hoax, then why is she still in jail?
That's a tough one.
That's because it's not a hoax. But I do think, and I would say that I know, and I would say that I know that Donald Trump is not a pedophile, but I bet you Donald Trump was hanging out with the guy for a little bit. It probably makes him look bad. He probably doesn't want it to come out. That's just my guess. And I love Donald Trump, but hell, I mean, he's a billionaire hanging out with other billionaires.
I think we have to manifest it and have faith and take action to make it come out. Like I'm talking about whatever's behind those black lines. I just believe that listen, if it is what you guys think it is, then someone on the inside is going to see that and say, I don't care about me. I don't care about my pension. I don't care about my housing. I just want the truth. If the conspiracies are true, I'm not saying they're not true, then some brave person is going to blow the whistle, jump on a grenade. Lord knows we got military guys that jump on grenades.
Yeah.
Over there in Afghanistan or God knows where. We need someone in D.C. to jump on a grenade and give us the information. You might ruin your life, as Solzhenitsyn said, you might ruin your life in a physical, bodily sense, but you'll save yourself in a spiritual sense. That's my call to action for people. Not an easy thing to do.
No, and I love that call to action because that does actually motivate people to speak out and be more bold. But one thing in the chat is saying they want you to be more bold about, they're wondering why you haven't investigated whether or not Michelle Obama has a penis. Have you uncovered that yet? Did you know who killed the chef?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, well, so this is what
I wouldn't be very good at my job if I told you what I was working on before I published it.
Oh, okay, you're right. All right, guys, we're working on this.
What journalist is he?
We're going to get to Michelle leaks, but on a serious note, James, you have. I just want to be straight dope.
Yeah.
When you released the stuff about the royal family, and you were actually
British royal family,
which is incredible
the
because
Prince Andrew thing,
which Prince Andrew's hanging out with Epstein. It's a big thing. You were worried, and then people gave you crap saying
they gave me a lot of shit.
But this is what I get frustrated about is I get worried about being doxxed. I'm much smaller than you. What do you say to the people that think you're exaggerating?
Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. So a lot of people were upset about this, Alex. I said I was going dark.
Yeah.
And I did for like 2 weeks. I didn't do anything. Because the undercover reporter who filmed this guy, this is Prince Andrew's like main comms guy.
You could argue that the royal family is more connected than the U.S. government.
Let me set the stage. Yeah. So Prince Andrew, people say, well, this is an old story. Well, everything about Epstein is old. The guy died 6 years ago. There's no proximate cause of action in the last 6 years, so that doesn't make any sense. So we got this guy on tape. I don't know if you have the clip, but John, who's working with Prince Andrew, says this guy was banging underage girls. Huge story.
Yeah. He had to go on
most watched video of OMG this year. He went on Piers Morgan, which is its own incredible irony, if your producers can get that up. And the guy goes on Piers Morgan, and you'd think, this is fake, it's wrong, O'Keefe's lying, Prince Andrew didn't bang underage kids. No. The guy goes on Piers Morgan and says, yep, he got me. O'Keefe's girls are beautiful. They're really good at their job. That's what he said. But where people gave me grief was I went dark and I said I was afraid. And I genuinely was a little scared, and my reporter, my undercover reporter was really scared. And for a minute, we're like, whoa, this is heavy stuff. If I go down this path, this is heavy. And people gave me a lot of grief for saying that.
Which is BS, because let me tell you something. Once again, you're not as conspiratorial as me, but I mean, even Princess Diana kind of died under mysterious circumstances. She went by 13 hospitals before they decided to stop. So my point is, you're messing with the royal family.
I think people in the audience, respectfully, I think they feel entitled to me and entitled to this. And what they need to understand is this is dangerous, expensive, and there's a lot of legal liability, too.
There is. Now oh, shit! It actually hung up. Oh, my God.
Who is that?
That's Joe. I pressed one, Joe. Oh, shit. Have Joe call back. Damn it.
I'll message him.
Message him, call right back. Shit. I don't know why. Sorry, I shouldn't even be cussing. And I can't call it back, federal prison. I pressed one, and we were talking. I didn't want to.
Sorry about that.
No, you were having such a good diatribe about how people were coming after you, and then I didn't want to mess it up. And, of course, Joe.
Now, who is that on the phone?
That is the one, the only Tiger King. He was there during the pandemic. He's actually in federal prison right now. He's been in jail for 8 years.
He's calling from a phone in prison.
In prison. That's why I pressed the right button.
Sorry about that. I would have shut up.
No, James. You're a very special guest. Joe's a very good friend of the show. We're going to... Oh, here it is. Okay, let's do this right. Okay.
You will not be charged for this
I hope I didn't charge him.
This call is from Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
This call will be recorded and subject to monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5.
Why 5? Why not 1?
You may begin speaking now.
Joe, I apologize. I pressed 1 and it hung up. I just am so used to it. So we're here with James O'Keefe from OMG Media, the guy that's freaking, O'Keefe Media Group. He's freaking a badass. He is, exposing Pam Bondi. I wanted to have you call in because I think James can be one of these catalysts, be the main catalyst to get you out of jail. So Joe, what do you want? Get him out of jail. So Joe, what do you want to say to the legend himself, James O'Keefe?
James, I just am honored to even be able to talk to you. You wouldn't believe how many people in here that knew who you were when I told them that I was going to talk to you today.
That means a lot to me, Joe. Nice to meet you over the phone. Joe Exotic. Is that your real last name?
No, Joseph Maldonado. But we only have 15 minutes. We only have short time. Sorry, James.
My mind goes to weird places.
Yeah. But no, it's an honor. Maybe one day I'll be able to meet you in person.
How long are you in the clinker?
Too long. He's been in there for 8 years.
How long is he will be in there?
And he has terminal cancer.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
And it's absolutely ridiculous. And Joe has been totally hammed up. His witness against Joe was a confirmed drug addict. Said that he got paid $3,000. It was all BS. I'm just saying. They got him on dummy charges, and this is what makes me so frustrated. If Joe would have had the money and success before the court case, he would have had a much different verdict. But because he, was in a financial...
It's always the money thing.
But the money thing does help, right, Joe?
It's always... You know what's crazy, though, Alex and James, is this very same guy that they had used as a hitman got on world television on season 2 of Tiger King and admitted that he made it all up. And he took the lawyers and the film people to the zoo and showed them where he hid a murder weapon in the woods, how they were going to kill me to get my zoo if putting me in prison didn't work. And I can't get anybody from the Department of Justice or Donald Trump's attention and to ask, why can somebody get on world television and admit to perjury and conspiracy to commit murder, and I'm the one still here.
I think that's a big deal, James.
Maybe one of my gay dates will get that confession from the subject.
We can use one of his gay.
Were the dudes gay that did this to you?
Yeah,
well,
no,
we don't know because there's more than we think.
Jeff Lowe's not gay, I don't think, but Joe, you know that James is famous for using homosexual decoys on the app Grindr and exposing Pfizer and people in the Department of Justice, people very highly connected through that app Grindr. So is there somebody that James potentially we could target and get undercover information about? All serious, Joe. Like who is there somebody that? No, I'm serious, Joe. We're serious.
I've been locked up so long I don't even know who's on Grindr anymore.
8 years.
Well, Joe, it's ridiculous. We want to get you out. You know, I'm going to come visit you very soon. I think I'm going to come next
Where is he
Monday.
located?
He's in Fort Worth Federal Prison.
Not too far from you.
Yeah, you can come Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there Monday
and
morning.
Ghislaine Maxwell's in Tennessee, federal prison.
Real quick, Joe, what do you think about the Epstein? What do you think about the Epstein stuff while we got you?
You know, seriously, okay, I listen to that all day long on the radio with James Parker and all of them on WBAP, but, you know, they don't want to release that, not necessarily because President Trump is on there. I think there's a whole lot of politicians and a whole lot of world leaders that might be tied to that. But, you know, it's over, it's past, you're never going to hear the truth. So let's move on and deal with the economy and fixing this country.
No, you're right, Joe. And, you know, Donald Trump, he used you during the pandemic. You were the #1 show. I don't think there's a better time that Donald Trump needs his ace in the hole, Joe Exotic, than right now. I'm not exaggerating when I say this. I know I joke around, but Joe, do you think if he actually pardoned you, how much that would help him? I think his approval rating would go up.
You know, I think about this every day when I see him on the news with all of the drama that surrounds that poor guy. Right now would be the perfect time because I don't think he really realizes what I have to offer him as far as positive publicity, because all of my charity work of fixing little kids' faces and feeding the homeless and prison and justice reform, I can dominate the news for him in such a positive way. I'm not going to be like the Chrisleys and get out of prison and go right back to a reality show.
Or Kodak Black. He let Kodak Black out of jail. He had a gun. I mean, he actually got caught with an actual gun, Joe. So I just don't like the hypocrisy. I mean that. I want the Trump administration to actually change their tune. If you're going to let out every rapper with a criminal, you know, rap sheet longer than a damn CVS receipt, let Joe Exotic out. You know, it's bullcrap.
But we had, you know, back in 2020, I had Don Jr. support on national television. We got, you know, one of the reporters, Steve Nelson, confronted President Trump at a White House briefing. He knows who I am. Don Jr. knows who I am. Man, they just need to focus on the evidence. It's not really even as much as I deserve to be out because I'm famous. It's because they admitted to perjury on world television.
Wow. Well, James is going through a legal nightmare. James, what kind of advice can you give Joe? You know, because I know you've been persecuted and targeted. I mean, I know there's nothing you can say to make Joe feel that much better, but what?
I'm in the same boat. I'm not in prison, but I've tried to get the DOJ to unredact my affidavit so I get the probable cause why they raided me, and I spent 3 years on supervised house arrest. So I haven't been in as long as he has. And what advice? Joe, I disagree with you. I think the truth will come out sooner rather than later, and I'll do my part to try to get it out when it comes to Epstein.
You know, James, the part that wasn't fair about any of this was they arrested me, held me without bond, kept me in solitary confinement the entire time I was going through my trial. So I was forced to use public defenders, okay, because I couldn't help find evidence. I couldn't do anything, okay? They basically kidnapped me. And then just last week, my last appeal got denied for the reason that the public defenders did not raise enough objections.
Wow.
So because the government's employees didn't do their job right, I'm stuck in prison with no more appeals.
It's bullshit, and we're not going to stop fighting, Joe. And so, real quick, while we still have you, because we got to talk to James a little more. James, can you say something to help Joe get freed? We're going to clip this. Joe will share. What do you want to say to the Trump administration about Joe's current incarceration?
This call is from a federal.
There you go. I mean, I think the administration needs to be transparent, and just broadly speaking, unredact what they need to unredact, and just in terms of Epstein, before we even get to that. My belief is that if the administration of justice depends upon us asking the administration for favors, there's no justice in this country. So we need the people in power to do the right thing. And that starts with Epstein. In my case, Joe, I've just met Joe. I have to look into this before I comment on it. But
oh my gosh! So comment on it. Just say free Joe Exotic, James. Just say free Joe Exotic. You can't say that.
You know, James,
I need to come. I need to visit him and talk to him.
Go to my website when you have time.
I will. I haven't.
We're gonna get you free. I can't believe James isn't saying free Joe. James is too professional. He's like, I'm an unbiased journalist, but he doesn't want to. Hey, you know he's a gay man, so you'd be helping the gay community, James. So that would help you out because some people say that you're anti-gay because you sleep with so many women, right? I'm just kidding.
I think they were upset that I wasn't gay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They're gay.
They're mad that you're not gay.
Seraphin.
Okay, well. Joe, we got to get back to James, but I'm gonna get him radicalized. I'm gonna get him on Team Joe. Don't worry. I didn't even tell him that you were calling in, so he was kind of caught off guard. And James is a very, very serious guy. But we love you, Joe. How can people support you? And I'm gonna see you. I'm coming there. I got to bring 50. What is it? I got to bring like $50 in quarters, though. I can't bring cash.
Yeah, well, if you're going to eat with me, you're going to need at least $20 or $30.
Joe, I'm going to bring $100. You and I are going to eat like kings, Joe. I'm going to buy that whole freaking vending machine, and you and I are going to have a mukbang like never before, brother. And I'll see you in a couple days.
Okay, buddy.
Love you, Joe. Peace. All right.
Nice meeting you, man.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
What the heck, James? We're trying to get him out of jail, dude. That's my guy, Joe Exotic. You can't even say free Joe Exotic. I don't even drink. I'm about to start drinking, dude. The guy's got cancer.
That's horrible.
You didn't watch Tiger King, did you? Just be honest.
No, not really. I don't.
So you never saw one episode?
I've peripherally seen it on.
Like you saw the Halloween costumes, but you didn't see the story.
I saw it in passing. I could not talk to you about what it means. I'm so sorry. I'm showing my own ignorance. But,
you are, and the.
But I mean, no. But like, can I get serious for 1 minute? Like, existentially, like for real. If everyone's wanting favors, do you know how many favors Kash Patel and Pam Bondi get asked a day? Do you have any idea?
Oh, a lot.
I know people who know them. Have you asked them? I've asked.
No, not really.
But don't we all have something to ask of them?
Oh yeah, I have.
I'm sure you do. I mean, you just did.
Yeah.
In fact, you're vicariously doing it through me now.
In a way, yes, I am.
So the bottom line is, I think more fun. This is like fundamentally, the system is so broken because on every level, all of us say we're wrong. We need to call the President of the United States so that justice can be done in my case. And I've been told that she get asked 10,000 favors a day.
Pam Bondi?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Yeah, they're going to say
you're a known guy.
Yeah.
He's a known guy. I'm a somewhat known guy.
You're a very known guy.
But I can't get these people to respond to me. So I can't even help myself, man.
Well, if you had a video of them on an island having sex with a kid, they might be more.
You know, that's a really, it's a funny point, but it's more serious than you realize. Because it seems like people in D.C. only respond to negative leverage. But you got to be careful with that because that's an ethical thing and it could be blackmail. And I don't go there, but you're right. People only seem to do the right thing when they're pressured. Unfortunately, that's unfortunately the reality in this country.
Well, and I think that's almost with anything. It's like the cover-up is worse than the crime too. I've noticed that. You know, in your experience, have you seen that where somebody does something bad and them trying to cover it up makes it a lot worse?
Yeah,
have
that's
you noticed that?
totally true.
Like with these politicians, you know, it's almost if you get caught doing something, just admit it, you know. But then these guys try to cover it up and lie about it. I feel like it just even ruins even more credibility.
Every time I confront these people, how many of the bad guys that I bust actually go, you know what? I'm sorry. I did it. I'm wrong. I lied to the consumer. Never. Well, I think once. I mean,
maybe occasionally legally because they have to.
There was a young guy, 23-year-old guy in Utah, Mormon dude, who one time cried and said, "I'm so sorry. I never should have gotten involved in this." But everyone else just. They you know the Pfizer guy destroyed the equipment.
Yeah.
The
gay guy you locked at the pizza shop was my favorite.
False imprisonment.
False imprisonment. He could have just walked out. That was such a funny video. He was actually calling the cops more than you. He's like, I want the cops to come here. I want the cops to come here.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white people in here. That's what this guy said.
Yeah, I almost want to pull that one up.
I don't know if you can find it. It's been banned multiple times.
That one has been.
I think you know what? That's on YouTube.
Let me see if that. But once again, that is so.
Jordan Walker is his name.
That was such an iconic video when you confronted that guy, and you used the grinder. Wasn't that a grinder?
I think it was Bumble.
That was Bumble. So he was I thought he was a homosexual. He was a
It was a gay date. Yeah, it was a gay date.
Bumble. A gay
Bumble. And let's pull the video up. I'll get my team to send it to you.
I'm doing it right now. Okay.
Oh, you found it?
James Walker.
Jordan Walker.
Jordan Walker. That's why I typed in wrong. Jordan Walker, and that is
Pfizer.
And that was Project. Well, that was Project.
That was Project Veritas 2 years ago.
Wow, that's crazy, James. Here it is. Look at this guy. This isn't the one that you.
No, we got to find the original YouTube video.
Where is it? Where the
Jordan Walker.
There it is. The Hill. No, that's the.
Oh, there it is. Pfizer director assaults O'Keefe. It's that one right there.
Okay, Pfizer director assaults James O'Keefe. Pfizer
destroys iPad.
Director assaults James O'Keefe.
Yeah, this is wild.
I mean, this is probably the best one. Okay, here it is. Project Veritas right here. Let's get this guy. So
for Pfizer, my question for you is, why does Pfizer want to hide from the public the fact that they're mutating the COVID viruses?
Is this real life? I'm literally alive.
I'm literally alive.
I was trying to impress a person on a date.
I was trying to impress my gay date by lying.
This is absurd.
Please don't touch me. Well, this is not. By the way, don't tell anybody.
Someone who's just working at a company to literally.
You see all the narcissism, all the. You fucked up. He's threatening me.
Yeah?
Now he's calling the NYPD.
Can you please unlock your door?
No, don't let them leave.
Don't let them leave.
No, now we don't want you to leave. Look at this. Takes my iPad. Now he's trying to destroy the iPad as if the only location of that video is on that one iPad. This is a medical director at Pfizer who went to Yale.
Was he drunk, James? You think that
No.
he wasn't?
Drunk on something.
I mean,
that was the intro.
This is, but let's go towards the end, guys. This thing gets so crazy.
Here he goes. We'd like to leave. Now I want to leave. They won't let me leave. It's like that Bronx Tale. Please unlock the door. This is one of the directors of Pfizer. Please unlock the door. He grabs the iPad.
Look at this. This is when it gets crazy.
Please unlock. That's my security guy.
And did you guys not press charges for him breaking your equipment?
I just want to get the hell out of it.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I
don't trust the cops. I don't trust the FBI. I just want to get out of it.
I agree with you 100%.
I'm in an extra legal place here. This is remarkable here. Thank you.
Look at him going crazy. As if that iPad is like...
destroyed my iPad. And then my cameraman shoves him. And then I have to drag my undercover reporter out.
And even though he is kind of a twink, he's kind of strong. He's not like a total little girl. I mean, he's got a little...
It's like a pregnant woman lifting up the car.
Yeah.
Sudden burst of strength.
Adrenaline.
Let's go. And then I drag her out.
We're in New York City.
We're in Dumbo. That's under the Brooklyn Bridge.
What you just witnessed here.
I'm actually a little terrified
in the restaurant
because the cops are coming.
Come on, guys.
And I always get arrested.
Where's the?
And I'm going up against Pfizer. Now notice that one scene where he's like, "You fucked up. You really did." I mean, he's like, but you know, some people have conjectured that the reason. Oh, look at this.
This is a good part. This is where he gets in front of the car. Look at this.
You just witnessed one of the most remarkable interactions ever. Do we have the iPad? So we're getting into the vehicle now. Where's our car?
And then he jumps in front of the SUV that's supposed to pick me up.
Yeah, like, what is this guy doing?
He's scared for his life.
Yeah. He's so scared. That's why
he's so... Please arrest this guy. Arrest James O'Keefe.
Charging the guy. Charging.
I can't make an arrest at this point if you don't have the victim.
We can't make an arrest unless James O'Keefe. So they're going to arrest Jordan Walker. They want me to come. I'm not going to talk to the police.
Well, and I don't blame you because, you know, Sarah Gonzalez, you were on her show. She's one of my colleagues, one of my very good friends, too. I go to these protests and I get assaulted. I don't ever want to press charges because I don't want to have to deal with the cops. I don't have to go back to, you know, it's just, it's not even worth it. I just, you know,
It's interesting, Alex, that every single time I do this, the first thing they think is, I'm going to call the police on, it's like they want to put me in jail for quoting them. It's really interesting stuff. But this guy, this is so crazy. I mean, people to this day, you couldn't write it. It looks staged. It's not. It's all real. But it looks too real to be staged. It's really one of the most, it'll be studied for decades, I think.
It really will. And then that guy, you know, they pulled up the company ladder of, and what was, he was an executive?
So
right?
Google said there's no evidence that this man worked at the company.
Yeah.
No credible sources. I mean, the guy, so then I had someone within Pfizer, Debbie Bernal is her name, leak me the internal Microsoft Teams flowchart showing that he was the director. It was very, and then a week later, I was fired from Project Veritas.
Which is bullcrap. I don't know how much you want to get into that, but I don't even.
Time you have?
Well, I don't even want to get into that because we don't have enough time.
We don't have time.
But is the rumor that and this is, you've kind of hinted at this, is Project Veritas going to be back in control of James O'Keefe potentially?
I'm in talks with them. We're in talks. But we're also kind of in litigation. So I have like a confidentiality thing I can't violate because I swore to the court I wouldn't. So we are talking. The problem is they sued me. I sued them. I deposed some of their board members, Alex, and one of the board members, George Skakel, said that he was in business with the other board members and they had medical companies that could be sold to Pfizer. That's what he said.
Wow.
So I made a movie about it, The Truth Inside Veritas Part 1, and I got to produce 2, 3, and 4. And some have said, just sort of move on from it. But, the investigative guy in me wants to get to the bottom of it.
Well, that's bullshit. Listen, I'm a hoarder. Are you a hoarder at all? You ever have a
little bit?
Okay, a little bit. I'm saying, you have an inanimate object can have an emotional attachment. A company that you created, you're going to be emotionally attached to that forever. So for any idiots like, oh, just move on. You created a baby. It's not a human, but it's a baby. You created this thing, and for you to just forget about it, that's impossible.
There's definitely, I can tell you, there were definitely confidential FBI informants there at Project Veritas. There was definitely some type of conspiracy. The question is, and I think I've resolved that I'm going to keep digging and get to the bottom of it, but those people, and this is true about all the things we're about to talk about today, they will spend their lives trying to destroy the mirror. They want to attack me, smear me, destroy me for fear of me exposing them. Yeah. And that's really how all this works, right? That's why they want to attack you. They want to attack the person who could reveal what they're really about. And that's unfortunately why I was removed from the organization, because people did some things they shouldn't have done. And they know that I'm coming for them. And nothing's going to stop me from getting to the bottom of that story.
Well, and we don't really have to get into it, but you can see the success that you've had after Project Veritas. That Project Veritas obviously needs you. So I hope that, and just personally, I would like to see that union come back together. Whether you want that or not, I just think that would be cool it'd be a good story, and I always like the Hollywood.
It'll happen. I think it'll happen eventually. It may take a little while, but it'll happen.
Okay, well, guys, we got to be patient. Now, we only have a few minutes left, James. It's so great to have you on. So what is this? Can you show I want to watch the trailer for American Sniper.
So I had a typo on your sheet. I was thinking of Chris Kyle. It's Swiper. That's
it's a play on words.
American Swiper, making fun of American Sniper. Yeah, sorry, I'm reading my teleprompter.
I thought that was intentional.
No, I did that. I read the prompter. Yeah, sorry.
Department of Defense. We've done it all.
It's a trailer. Some people describe this as a honeypot. The man thinks he's meeting with a woman that's interested in him. They really like it when someone expresses interest in them. They want to feel needed or admired. They want their ego fulfilled.
There's no list that swipers are given. This is all just through
I don't know.
sheer luck.
I don't know what they're laughing at.
Swipers will come to me and ask me for advice or approval on a certain subject that they're interested in. We don't care about the personal stuff. We care about the subject of investigation.
Behind the scenes.
Who do they work for, and what do they
We get the people.
I see. This is my first time watching this trailer. This is American Swiper about how you're swiping on the
trailer. That's the Disney one, but you get the idea. There's been 2 episodes on this Unified TV who I'm partnering with, and it's a show that takes you behind the scenes how we get the secret sauce.
And really, it's just, let's be real, it's the vulnerability of sex. Isn't that really what it is? I mean, not for everybody,
but...
Sort
of. I think that, to a certain extent, you want to limit talking about sex with these guys because their brains turn to mush. I think it's more about power and cover-ups. Like, in the first episode, the CIA guy, he says they were withholding information from Trump. Mm-hmm. He admits all this. And then he gets suspicious of the girl and starts digging through her purse. She's got to run to the restroom.
On the date?
Yes.
Wow.
So I've never released this behind the scenes footage. There's some things that, it's so wild. She goes into the restroom, hides in the diaper station, the wires, and then comes back, and then he goes, okay, you're fine. And then he takes out his CIA badge and says, we withheld information from Trump. Oh. So it takes you behind the scenes here, and it's some dangerous things that we're doing and exposing some powerful people.
Well,
Disney, everything.
I know, but people joke like you're not in fear of your life. The CIA, I think, killed JFK. I feel like the CIA, if they wanted to, they could kill you. John Brennan said that every Tuesday they had a kill list that Barack Obama would approve. You can look that up. Google New York Times, kill list, John Brennan. So the CIA coming at you, if they put a target on your back, you're toast.
I know. I try not to think about it. I think we have angels that protect us. I think there's so many people pray.
God is real. No, God is real.
I believe in God, and I think there's really some powerful forces that are supporting the truth. But yeah, people are strange. They're like, if I say I'm afraid, they think you're not important enough to be afraid. At Project Veritas, they were upset that I had security. But if I don't have security, people think that I'm stupid and naive for not having it. So you really can't win there. But I will say that I think perhaps they're just genuinely afraid of us, Alex.
Yeah, and you are a threat. I mean that because...
Yeah, a threat.
Well, the reason why is because, like you said, you just hold up the mirror. You're not really doing anything.
Because I'm not for sale. And I think that the people that they can't control is the people that they fear the most.
And could you have sold out?
Could I have? I don't know if I'm constitutionally capable of that. I'm not wired to be the sort of guy that seeks out those opportunities. Like, for example, you might be in a back room and someone tries to bribe you. People would be reluctant to do that to me because they know that I would be recording them.
Yeah, that's true.
So they don't do it in the first place. And I've been doing this a long time, 21 years.
And I love how you pointed to your watch. Now,
that's just one of the devices.
Yeah, that's a method that people don't know. I hope I'm not, giving.
There's a lot of cameras. We have them everywhere.
They have them everywhere, but you said that one of the most effective ones is the watch camera. Is that correct?
I like the watch. I filmed the cartel with the watch in Mexico. We've got in cups. We've got in glasses. I mean, now they make the cameras in absolutely everything. Bags. We at OMG we sell them. They're high definition now. But it's a changed world, and we're always looking for good people to work for us to do the swiping. Check out American Swiper at unified.tv.
Well, and it's crazy, though, the American Swipers, actually, it is different, but, you ever see the content, the pedophile poachers, where they catch the pedophiles?
Chris Hansen, too.
Yeah, like that, that's all done through the dating apps. I'm saying they find all those creeps through those dating apps. So be careful. I would suggest, and don't take my advice, but I would not be on those dating apps. I don't think that they're...
I think it's a good thing we're doing for society, getting people afraid of the dating apps.
I agree.
I don't even go on. I haven't been on one of those in 14 years.
Well, you don't need to. You're
Actually, I go on it every day for the work part, but...
You don't ever see a, big booty Latina, you're like, maybe,
I get very tempted.
I know, it's hard. I mean, they are tempting. Everybody say fat, pretty high.
What is this? Do you sell these? Or?
I don't. I should. Sergio,
do you have a trademark on this?
I don't.
Copyright that.
I would give that. I think Santa Ana has it from the Texas Revolution. Now, real quick, James, before we wrap things up, how have you enjoyed your stay in Texas? I just want to say, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming to the Blaze. Yeah. You've been on multiple shows. Real quick, though, what is your opinion kind of on the state of the U.S.? You go to a lot of states. How does Texas compare?
Texas is hot as hell.
It's too fucking hot.
People complain about Florida being hot. Like, Florida's like moderately hot compared to Texas. At least you have the ocean. See, that's why I didn't move to state. It's a great state. I love the people. I just like to go sailing. So I like the ocean and the breeze and the water and the dolphins. That's my opinion. And I have to say, this studio, if you haven't been to the Blaze in Glen Beck, I mean, it's unbelievable.
It is.
I'm not saying that to blow smoke. It is truly a remarkable place. And it's like there's a museum. And
James didn't even know it was a blimp at first. James is one of the smartest guys, and we had to yell, yes, it's a blimp 10 times.
I didn't realize I'm sitting in a blimp.
You are in a dirigible. I hope I'm saying that right. A Zeppelin. Okay, do we need to watch, actually, real quick, how long's the teaser for the DEI thing? Let's watch this just real quick.
It's like a minute.
Okay, let's just watch it real quick. Yeah, the Disney. Top 4.
This was only like higher.
The higher-ups wanted that person in that role to be black because it would look good for them in board meetings, but that ultimately they passed on this particular candidate because he just didn't seem, quote, black enough.
What a performance!
You're saying the person isn't black enough? It's already wrong that they're not hiring white males, but they're saying this person doesn't look a certain way to us. Not for an acting role that you see in cinema, but an everyday office goer?
Which, in and of itself, like, when you say that on its face, it's just like,
the Disney.
So you don't like black? Like, it's just
but that's
crazy
not the CIA.
to hear
It's a scene from the
somebody
long
like
episode,
that in
not the
such a
trailer,
high
but you get the Disney, the undercover people that bust the Disney right there.
Okay, so stop it real quick. So real quick, though, the DEI at Disney, so you're telling me you're not black enough if you're a light-skinned black people?
This is what the Disney executive said to the undercover person, and she's recounting that.
It's like that.
A trailer, too, but that's what the Vice President Disney was fired because we caught him on tape saying we don't hire white people. So this is the whole premise behind the episode. And then they try to send me a cease and desist letter, sue me. It's just, another day we'll talk about all the lawsuits. And
we do. When we have more time. I actually started a petition to turn Shrek white, and nobody's
How's that going?
It's not going well. I saw your Lucky Charms thing. I would like it if Shrek was a white man. Okay, real quick. Now, let me ask you something controversial. The Epstein stuff. This is something we didn't get into. I just meant to ask. Other countries, I know you can't give too many opinions, are potentially implicated in this. How much do other countries, just real quick, how much do other countries control America? In your opinion?
That's a really great question. I don't know. I don't have any first-hand knowledge. I'd be repeating what other people. I don't. But I promise you that when I have the knowledge, I will publish it. Okay?
We love James. Everybody go follow James. How can they find you and support you the best way?
okeefemediagroup.com. That's Okeefe, O-K-E-E-F-E, mediagroup.com. We have a foundation. You can donate, nonprofit, citizen journalism. You have unified.tv. You can buy the episodes there, and I'll see you, Alex, in my studio in Florida.
And we are going to be there, and we're going to have potatoes. We're going to have an Irish festival. Spuds. I can't believe they called you a spud.
They called me an effing Mick.
That is ridiculous. Well, guys, thank you for watching. We had a great show this week. Next week, we got some great guests. Who do we got on next week? Potentially Myron Gaines. Who else, Jimmy?
We have Steve Baker.
Steve Baker.
And then, our Barstool buddy.
Oh, Kirk Minahan's coming on. That's going to be a great episode. All right, guys, thank you for watching. We end the show the same way every time with that freestyle finale. So, DJ, hit that beat. Let me go. Yo, yo, yo. James O'Keefe on the blimp. James O'Keefe is a pimp. Undercover. He's not a brother, but he will expose your mother if she cheats on your dad. She's going to get caught, and y'all going to be sad. All right, guys, go follow James O'Keefe. Look at him dancing. Look, this is how we do it, guys. O'Keefe Media Group Live. We love it. We love you. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.
Thank you.